everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our distinguished analyst. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. We've got the Boston Celtics taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. Looking at the starting five for the Boston Celtics. They've got Johnson, and it's Parrish in at center, filling out the middle. Outside Johnson. Pass to Bird. The kick out to Johnson. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. So it's Los Angeles now. In transition, here they come. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Well, look, great anticipation on one end leads to points on the other.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Here's Ainge. Bird passes to McHale. Here's Parrish. Banked it in off the glass.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Here's Johnson.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's McHale. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Down low. Here's Green.
Magic Johnson. That's his first personal foul.
Here's Ainge. Pass to Bird. Here's Parrish. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Johnson with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. And it's Green missing.
That's a rarity for him, especially against a soft defense.
Inside, here's Bird. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Johnson passes to Scott. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Tries the hook. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Hey, pulling out the hook shot. No one there to defend it, that's for sure.
And Boston calls time here. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Johnson. Pass to Bird. Clock at 6. Rebound by the Lakers.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Here's Johnson, covered by Johnson. Again, the miss by Boston. The Lakers lead by 4. Here's Worthy. The rebound by Ainge.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Johnson with a bucket. And there's 1:45 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Scott. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Floats in the hook shot. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6 points.
Hey, nice hook shot. That's a go-to move for him.
Ainge, the pass to Johnson. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter here. Here's Bird. Tried to bank it in, but it misses.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now here's Johnson. Here's Worthy. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Celtics trail by 5. Pass to McHale. Over Green. Shot's good by McHale.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after a good player and ball movement. That's a good one.
Right side Johnson. This one for three. Boston pulls it in. 35 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Ainge. Pass to Bird from outside the arc. Rebounded by Johnson. The Lakers lead by 3. To the right side. To the middle. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. To the paint. Here's Ainge. And a nice finish on the layup.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Left side Johnson. Here's Worthy. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's Los Angeles leading by 1. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
So it's Boston now. They trail by 1. They've got Thompson, and it's Matthews in at the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Seasting passes to Vincent from about 19. Again, the Celtics good for 2 more. Now Los Angeles with it. To the wing, right side. Unloads. Matthews misses.
Yeah, that miss might stick with them for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Seasting passes to Wedman. Here's Seasting. Pass to Bird. Shot clock at 6. No good on the 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Cooper. And a miss there on the triple. The Celtics with the lead. Bird passes to Seasting. To the inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Here's Matthews. Still no points. Pass to Rambis. Thompson with it. Carries the 7-footer. Second quarter of basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. Here's Seasting. Here's Bird. All sorts of time. Good. He hits the jumper. Bird's got his second basket.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Matthews. Connects from downtown. And it's all knotted up.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Bird, that's good.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the board.
Here's Scott. Rebound Boston. Pass to Ainge. Down low. Here's Johnson. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 6th rebound on the night. Worthy passes to Scott. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Scott's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Inside, here's Parrish. And there's the rejection. Now the Lakers moving it up. Ahead, here's Worthy.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Johnson against Johnson. Pass to Wedman. Here's McHale. It's his first trip to the line. No good on the free throw.
Shooting for Boston.
And he's good on the second. 1:21 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Johnson. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Pass to McHale. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got 8 rebounds in the game. Ooh, they pick off the pass. Here's Wedman. Yet to see a basket. Here's Ainge. There's 42 seconds left in the second. Parrish uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Celtics lead by 1.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Johnson passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Boston pulls it in. Parrish has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to McHale. The steal.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Ainge, the pass to McHale. With 1 on the clock. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Los Angeles leading by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot from the East. They're measuring up the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. So it's Boston now. It's a 1-point game. Taking a look at the Celtics. They've got Johnson, and it's Bird in at the 3. Pass to McHale. Oh, it's blocked by Green. Here's Bird. Over Green. And it's Bird missing. Here's Scott, covered by Johnson. A nice shot by Worthy. Worthy's got 8.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Celtics trail by 3. McHale uses the glass on the layup.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
It's stolen by Johnson. 3 on 3. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Ames, the pass to Bird. 6 on the shot clock. And it's good for 2. He's got 9. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. It's rebounded by McHale. Johnson against Johnson. Shoots over Johnson. The shot by Johnson, no good. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Shoots it from the high post. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. The Celtics with the lead. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Bird. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Time called here. The Lakers decide to talk it over. Now here's Johnson. Tight defense on him. Pass to Cooper. Now Thompson. Rebound Boston. Bird's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Johnson. The ball's knocked loose. The rebound by Matthews. Lakers trail by 3. To end the drought. Shot blocked. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Johnson passes to Ainge. To the middle. Here's Parrish. Good. Parrish has got 7 points.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Here's Worthy. Johnson inside. 2 points. That one goes. He's got 6.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Johnson inside. And we've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Here's Johnson. Pass to Cooper. Three-pointer. Buries it from 3.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 5. To the paint. Here's Parrish. Second chance effort. McHale, the pass to Parrish. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to go. The Lakers trail. Here's Worthy, and he hits it to tie the game.
Ties it up with that one. You know, he's such a smart scorer. He doesn't force anything, lets the opportunities come to him.
Pass to Parrish. Outside Johnson. Charity stripe shot. That one goes. Count it. And the Celtics lead by 2. Now Los Angeles with it. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
And things are always changing throughout a game. teams have to adjust on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Here's Scott. Outside Johnson. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. No good with the hook. 3/4 of play and a close one here. Boston out in front. They lead by a bucket. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And with 3/4 behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Thompson, also Green out there, and it's Johnson in at the 1. That's the Laker 5.
After clawing their way back in, that was a chance to even things up.
I'm not sure, but that could be a game-changing miss. He wanted that bad.
Here's Wedman. Here's Seasting. 6 to shoot from about 19. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Shots good by Scott.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Here's Seasting, covered by Johnson. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And the technical free throw is good. Both teams will make substitutions. Lakers call timeout. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Los Angeles' coach as he addressed his team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Seasting. Over Johnson. Johnson with the defensive effort. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to a photo finish.
Seasting passes to Johnson. Pass to Wedman. Here's Bird. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Worthy passes to Johnson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And now a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
And it's the Celtics ball. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Right side Johnson, 20 feet out. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Johnson passes to Worthy.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Here's Johnson. That's his first personal foul.
Celtics trail by 6. Outside Johnson. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. It's blocked. Johnson with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. The kick out to Johnson. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run, and he comes up with a bucket. Worthy's got 11 in the second half.
Changing ends quickly, scoring before the defense can set up. They've been doing it all game.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Timeout called, Celtics. Cooper's checked in for Green. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Down low. Here's Ainge. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Cooper. Johnson passes to Scott. Knocks it loose.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
You can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go. That's exactly what this team needs right now, completing the N1.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Johnson inside. Johnson on it. Money!
Wow! I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Ainge, following the score by the Lakers. 5 to shoot. Fires at the elbow. Here's McHale. Cash! What a beautiful shot! Brings them within 3!
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Here's the hook. And he buries it.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
20 seconds left in the fourth. And it's Bird missing.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Lakers.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game.
Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
Here's the 3. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Here's Johnson, and he makes it on the layup. So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game. And before we go, we'll leave you with our player of the game.